Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and now in about a couple of hours, but right now I record the introduction why there is some light. I'm going to explain how to do sunset pictures. So let's start. So when you want to make a sunset picture, it's better to plan in advance. So here I'm in the south of Spain, in Andalusia. Here you have a beach in close to Huelva in the south. And I use an app called Sun Surveyor that actually gives me exactly where it will set and at what time, the golden hour, blue hour, all that. I've got all this information. So this way I can really prepare my shoot in advance, framing as I want, and just have to wait for the sun to appear, the sunset to appear, okay? So I'm going to explain what I'm doing, what I'm going to use. So I'm going to use my Olympus OMD EM5 Mark II with a tripod of carbon fiber by K&F Concept. I've got a review here, and also here I've got a filter holder, also by K&F Concept. I'll leave you the review I made here. And I'm not sure we'll use the filter, but maybe I will. I don't know yet. Depends when the sunset happens. But probably I will use the graded filters, ND filters that I've got here, also reviewed in the same video as the filter holder. So now I'm going to explain you all the theory, and then we'll go for the practice. So I think when you plan a picture like this, sunset picture, it's not just the framing. Right now I've decided to do a place where there is some herb in the first plan. So I will see some black shadows, okay? This is an idea, it can be different. Everyone makes the picture he wants, okay? So this is for the framing and the location, all this. But then you must be aware of the way you're going to measure light. It's very complicated because your camera is unable to register completely such a difference between highlight and shadows. So I see basically four areas, okay? The one will be the beach, the sand, okay? One is the sea, one is the sky where the sun is not really there, the sky in general, and one is actually the sun itself and the ray of light it's making on the sea, okay? So you have four main areas. I could add the herb in front, okay, but four main areas. It's almost impossible to get everything properly exposed, so you have to make some decision. And if you see that the highlights are so high compared to the shadows, like the sea, okay, then you probably will need some graded filter. As you can see, it will cut on the top, it will cut the highlights, but not the bottom, okay? I'm not sure yet if I will use it. It depends on the situation. This is something you have to decide quickly when it's time to make the picture, okay? If you use or not a graded filter. But, well, we'll see, okay? So, then, if you don't have an app to know exactly when the sunset will be, there's a simple system, is to use your finger. You put your four fingers like this, okay? And then you place the bottom on the horizon, and then you count how many fingers there are to the sun. Like this right now, I would use like, yeah, six fingers maybe. So that's an hour and a half. In 1 hour and a half, it will be sunset. So you could think, well, I'll go and walk around and that's it. Well, maybe not. Because actually, about an hour before the sunset, you get the golden hour. Everything gets a lot more yellowish, golden. So this is great time also to make some pictures. Maybe not towards the sea, but maybe some herbs, stone, shells, portrait, whatever. This is a great time for pictures too, okay? And then when the sun is set, don't run away, because the blue hour starts. About 15 minutes after sunset, then you have blue hour. So the sky becomes really dark blue, navy blue, okay? So I don't especially like that for landscape maybe, but for cityscape I love it, because you have all the lights in the city that are switched on, and then you have this blue sky, deep blue sky. This is really nice. So when you see the sunset is gone, don't run away. You still have the blue hour to make great pictures. When we speak about sunset or sunrise, many people, by the way, when I speak about blue hour, 15 minutes before sunrise, you have blue hour too. and 1 hour after sunrise you also have golden hour. Okay, that's it. But many people, when it's sunset, they think about making long exposure picture. I think it's a mistake, because I think long exposure are fine just before sunrise or just after sunset. Why? Because if you have the sun on the horizon, if you make like a 5 minutes exposure, then probably the sun will have moved. Well, probably no, that's sure, it will have moved. So if your aperture is a bit close to have like a light ball, a ball, a circle in the sky, then it will be an oval, it won't be circled anymore. So I don't recommend you do a long exposure when you have the sun in front of you, okay? Second, with that kind of picture, your camera will become crazy for white balance. If you have automatic white balance, probably it will correct this yellow color, and when you see the picture you will not see such colors as you saw. So if you work in raw file, doesn't matter, you can rectify in post-production. But if you work in JPEG, make sure you don't have the automatic white balance. Set a color, a temperature that is okay for these yellow colors. Otherwise it will correct it and we won't see it anymore. Anyway, for sunset I do recommend you work with raw files. It will be a lot better. So that's it. Now we have to wait for the sunset, and I will explain as I do what I've done, the speed, the aperture, all this. So see you in a second. So what graded filter can I use? Well, I've got these two. This one is continuous. It means it's really from dark to completely clear here, as you can see. And if the sun is still quite high, I will use this one to have it in the dark part. But if it's just on the horizon, the sky already starts to be darker and you have the horizon, this is really clear. So then you would use a reverse graded filter, which is a bit dark here, a lot darker in this area, and then clear here. So these are the two weapons for the sunset photographer, I would say. Okay? I got a paraglider that's just passing by, okay? So let's speak about aperture. You have to decide what aperture you're going to use. If you use too close to cut light, like f16, f11, you risk to have diffraction, and that will not be really nice on your picture. So I reckon that f8 is fine, okay? Yeah, we'll have the herb a bit out of focus, but not too much, but that will be nice. The problem that if you're on f8, maybe your camera, you can't put the speed high enough to cut light, so it will be overexposed where the sun is. So this is something you have to decide. But in case you cannot, your camera cannot go high enough in speed, like 1/8,000th of a second, for example, depends what you need, then you will need an ND filter. This is a 6-stop, maybe it's too long. You have 3 stops also. Maybe you do need an ND filter, plain one, that you can actually combine with a graded one to cut light, otherwise you will not be able to expose, okay? But this is something you will see when you make the picture. So have it prepared. If you don't have it, but maybe one day you have to buy it and try again, okay? Not everyone uses it, it just depends on the situation. But you know, maybe you need an ND filter. And while waiting, you can also make some pictures. I'm making picture of the herb on the first, on the front, okay? On 2.8 you have a shadow depth of field, and also I let it's backlit, so it's really overexposed in the back. So, but it gives some kind of artistic look, okay? Now I've put the graded filter. This is an ND 16, 4 stops, and right now I'm testing to see how it comes out. It's not sunset yet, but still, you have to wait. You can actually use this time to make some pictures. Sometimes you get nice things at this time too, okay? So just test and see how it comes out. So from now you're going to see me backlit, so you don't see me too good, but this way you see what I'm saying, what picture I'm making. So as you can see, if I place my hand here, I've got 4 fingers, so it means about an hour. So golden hour has started. It's really a lot more goldish right now, and this is the right time to make some pictures, start to confirm framing, maybe good moment to make portraits, photography, things like this. This is a great time, this golden hour. Before I said that if you work in RAW file, no problem with the white balance, but if you work in JPEG, it is. So I recommend in this case you put in shadow option, okay? Shadow, so it will look a bit more yellowish. When there are some clouds, it's great because they get a really great color that goes from yellow and then becomes really red, pink, all this. But today there are no clouds, so we'll have to make with that. But when you see some clouds, of course, if they are not in front of the sun, but if you see the sun and there are some clouds, that's nice sometimes. Okay, so if you see a cloudy day, try to get a sunset because sometimes the sun comes down just between the clouds. It's brilliant. Okay, so we'll see what we can do today. When you have the sun in front like this, it's really usual to have some flare. It's part of the game, I would say. Sometimes it's the filter that makes flare, but sometimes even without filter you do get some flare. So it's part of the game. It's really something people normally do with it, and they keep the flare and that's it. They use it as like some kind of artistic part of it, and that's it. Very important, if you're using a mirrorless camera, it's not of a problem because the viewfinder is actually a small screen, an LCD screen, okay? But if you're using a reflex camera, the light comes in the lens, reflects on the mirror and then goes through the prisma and come out through the viewfinder. So you can really burn your eyes. So it's really important that you don't look straight at the sun through the viewfinder. Otherwise you may get blind, okay? Really important. Less than half an hour for sunset. It's a bit cold now, so I have a jacket because very often just when we get to this time it starts to be a bit colder. It's the end of October. I'm in south of Spain, so there are people on the beach, so it's not that cold, but in some places, some countries, yeah, it would be already really cold, okay? So the sun is really a lot lower right now, so I'm going to change the filter I'm using. Instead of using the graded, I'm going to use the reverse graded. So the dark part of the filter corresponds to the lightest part of the picture there, okay? So good news also, I finally see there are some small clouds on the horizon, so it will probably help to make a nicer sunset. Well, sunset is nice or not, but a nicer picture, okay? So I've placed the reverse graded filter, so let's see. Take a picture. So obviously you can decide if you want wide angle or telephoto, all this. Obviously you can adjust, try not to put the horizon just in the center, put it in a third probably, and the sun not in the center either. Obviously if you play with your zoom, you have to reframe probably because then the third won't be in the same place, all this. But it's according to your taste. Don't forget that you have to be quick enough because the sun is going down, okay? Obviously the beach is not mine, so there are some more people on the beach. There was a family there that just moved, but now there's a couple because many people come and see the sunset. So this is part of the game. So or you move to another place if you don't want anyone there, or you clone in Photoshop, but you must be aware that if you want to have a picture with no one there, well, probably you'll have to find some really special place because nice spot for sunset, then normally are some people to watch it, okay? Light intensity has dropped a lot. I've got the ND filter that is 4-stop on the top. I mean, in the darkest area. I'm on f8, 200 ISO, which is a minimum for this camera, and f8 and 1/250th of a second. So 250th of a second. So the light has dropped a lot. Okay. Obviously, you can make a vertical picture for sunset. Don't forget that if you turn your camera, you have to turn also the graded filter. In this case, reverse, and then I made a picture. Okay. Now I've reframed to have more sky and less sand. Okay. So because it's going to get a bit more yellowish, we're gonna see. So, light has dropped a lot. I'm on 1/80th of a second, and now I'm getting more of the sky, more everything, blue, yellow, orange, red, I think it's really nice, really nice. Sun is disappearing. It's moment to make all the picture you can. So sunset is over, so now it's going to get really red, really reddish, and in about 15 minutes you'll get the blue hour, and then the sky is gonna get a really deep blue, so we'll make some picture then. Okay, let's wait then. As you can see, the few clouds, they're getting some colors, so it's the right moment to make pictures too. Waiting for the blue hour. Made some picture at 2.8 of the herb in front, 2.8 to have shallow depth of field, then to have the color in the background to be blurred. So I've made same as started when I was waiting at the beginning. Now waiting for the blue hour, I'm doing this. Okay, so I get this. So now we start blue hour. Now you can, if you were shooting in JPEG, I told you to put the white balance in shadow. Change it for daylight if you want, because it's cooler lights, so it will be nicer. But if you're in RAW, doesn't matter. But if you're in a JPEG, yes. Okay. As I said, when you get to blue hour, you get the first stars. Here it is, the first stars. I'm going to make the last picture for this series. And then I see you in a second to say goodbye. Okay. Well, I am cheating because obviously when we finish it will be so dark I won't be able to record the conclusion. So I do it right now. So I hope that what I have not done yet, but you've seen already, okay, that sounds funny, you liked it, and if you feel it may interest other people, you can share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, the small button down here, and also a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I'll leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links to all the gear I've reviewed by K&F Concept, like this tripod and filters, all this, and by Sandmark also. I'll also leave you links to other part of my YouTube channel and a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.